Welcome to another guide for all the hidden caches. This one is going to be for Shoreline. So what we're going to do is start off with the northern eastern spawn up here. Between the two power lines that are running at the back of the map. Back here is a hidden cache, so this is our first one. What we're going to do is run down the eastern side of the map, make our way through the southern and then back up the western side. Now in between the radar tower and the resort, you've kind of got this split in the ground between two hills. What you need to do is go over to this hill closest to the radar dish, and along the right hand side you'll see the cache here. And what we need to do is head directly towards extract, and then where these bushes are on the right hand side should just be here. Yep. And now we need to head up to the radar dish, or the radar tower, sorry. Now once up at this location, you need to head round the back side of it. And then here is the next one. Now we need to head down towards, like we're going towards the scav tower over here. When this road starts to curve round, if you walk off in this direction, basically away from the wall in that direction, and head towards this large bush. And then once at this large bush, there's a stash here. So now head directly towards the road, but tracking back a bit like you're walking towards scav base, or where the customs were on about. And what you want to do is head directly towards the water. And you can see here that there is quite a bit of a recess into the terrain that you can walk, and you want to find this bush here. And here is the stash. Now what we're going to do is continue down this down the water. So on our right hand side we have got the scav tower. If we continue down basically to where the bridge is for the train, and then there you can see the next one underneath that log. Continue along. Don't forget this is a minefield, so be careful. And here's the next cache. Okay, so now we're arriving where the UAV drain is. You got this house that's been, demolished and everything over time. And the cache spawns at one of the corners, this one here. And now we need to head down this direction. I don't know what the reference is, but what we need to do is find the gravestone, the little wooden cross that's out here somewhere, which is just here. And here's a cache here to the left. And now next we need to head towards the big rock over in this direction, over the hill. Just down here is actually a spawn at the dock. I think it's like a dock. Once coming up to this rock, it should just be directly in front. There it is. Nicely done. And now let's head down towards the spawn. Once arriving at the spawn, you see this giant crane here. On your left hand side you see a portaloo. And then just by that portal, I can't get through that way because I've got no stamina. Just in front of the portal you got some tires here. And here's the next one. Next we're going to go head over to the lighthouse. Okay, so we're coming up to the lighthouse, which actually isn't really a lighthouse. But anyway, on the right hand side you've got these cinder blocks here, well either side of the path. Just here is the next stash. And now we're going to head back over to the beach where the sun chairs are like this, next to the gas station. Okay, so coming up to the gas station, you got these little stairs on your left hand side. If you walk down these, you got these, I think they're changing rooms. And then inside this first changing room, as you can see here, there is a stash. Now if we're going to keep heading along the road here, like we're heading towards the, I think it's called Treasure Island or Scav Island. Okay, so we're still quite far down from the road. We're basically in between Scav Island and the gas station. You got this billboard here that's showing off Hyundais. And then you got this water outlet here. If you come down the coast, you'll see this rock, and here's another cache there. Now let's head over to Scav Island here to the left. Okay, so just arriving on Scav Island here, we just crossed over the boat. Next to this wooden cabin, you got a pile of planks, and then here's the next cache. So now crossing over the boat again, we're going to head directly inland from that boat. Okay, so there's the boat directly behind us. If we keep heading inland, we'll see a house that's demolished once again. That seems to be a common theme on this map. There'll be some rocks on the left hand side of this house. And then you'll see the cache just here. So now we're going to head into the little town. Okay, so now that we're inside the town, what you need to do is go over here. We need to get on the other side of that door, which I believe we can go through here. Follow it around, and then you'll see the cache here. And then if we continue up the road just a little bit, on the left hand side you'll see the bins here. And then just so there's bins tucked in at the back is the next cache. Oh. Okay, so once out of these bins, you got these round cylinder thingies. And then inside this one here, the next cache. These are really quite nice and close together. And then if we continue down in this direction, once you get to the end of the road, if you turn left, just in this bush here, you'll see another one. Once leaving this location, if you continue along this path here, which is right next to where the last cache is, just on the edge of the swamp, okie doke, go inside this fence here, follow it round. Oh, big lag spike. And then here's the next one. Okay, now we're going to head into the swamp. Okay, so heading into the swamp, you got these planks on the left hand side here. Just at the back of these planks here, underneath this fence, is another cache. You head more into the town. You can see another cache on the right there. I don't actually know how to get to that one. I think you have to walk the entire way around this house. Yep, there you go. Oh, no stamina. You have this little house that's by itself. You can see the church right here. Inside here, you got the cache at the back. This one's a bit awkward, you have to go through actual swamp to get this one. So you got the church there, and you got a graveyard here. Here's the cache directly in the middle. It's takes a bit long to get to this one. I wouldn't really, recommend you guys actually go into this one. And now what we're going to do is head towards the villas through the, I think it's called Suicide Field. The field with the hay bales up ahead. Here we go. So the closest to the rear end, this is the cache here of that tractor. Sorry, it's been a long day. Now if we head up towards this direction, you have a camp on top of a hill. That's where we're going next. So as you're coming up towards the camp on top of the hill, the first tree's on your left hand side here. As you can see, the camp is here. This is where the cache is. So now we're going to head back down towards the cottages. On the left hand side of the road, there's like a junkyard or somewhere where basically where they're going to be building a new house. That's where we're going to be going. As you're coming up to the construction site, you actually need to go into that bush right there. And here it is, just here. Next, we're going to be continuing in this direction, going over to where the lake is. As you're coming up to the lake, you have this little dock here. You want to head over to the other side. You can see the dock there. This bush on the far right hand side of the island. And this is where the stash is. Okay, now we're going to head all the way back up towards the resort where the bus terminal is. Once you're at the bus terminal, if you go to the side where the actual building itself is closest to the resort, you'll see a fence that's knocked down and a tree just here. And the cache spawns just directly behind this tree. What we're now going to do is go head down to the power station. Okay, so this is the road where the power station is. You can just see the power station just behind there. If you continue following this road along, you'll see a tank that's kind of crashed off. Underneath this bridge, you'll see a hidden cache. And now for the final one, we need to go all the way up to the very top of the map. Okay, so finally, we're up here by the UAV drone, next to where the bunker is, where you got to mark the tank. If you go past this rock on the right hand side, run the entire way back towards the wall. You see this bush here? Nope. Wait, oh, it's this one over here. And this is where the final stash is. As you guys can see up the top right, this took an extremely long time to record. I can't even talk properly anymore. Guys, make sure you like this. Hopefully you guys found this guide useful. And guys, I'll see you in the next video.